Welcome to the San Gorgonio Chapter Trail Talk series. My name is John St. Clair, and I will be your Zoom host tonight. And I also will be your speaker tonight. And I want to talk about a few things before I get started on the presentation. First of all, the only one that's unmuted is me, the speaker. The rest of you should be muted. And if you have questions, uh, please put them in the chat section. The bottom of your screen, you should see a little talking bubble icon with the word chat. And if you click on it, it opens up a little box where you can type your questions in, and that way you won't forget them. And we'll make sure all of your questions are eventually answered. I might stop at some point to look at the chat section and answer some questions, but probably most questions will be answered at the end. Trail Talk is a monthly series, and it is being recorded, and it will be posted by tomorrow morning on the San Gorgonio Chapter YouTube channel. And you can look at any of the Trail Talks going back to the end of, well, actually, I think 2021, we started posting them on the YouTube channel, and all kinds of useful and interesting information in these trail talks. So if you registered for this event before 4 o'clock today, you got a reminder email from me with a link to the YouTube channel, but feel free to email me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to chat right now, and I'm going to put in there the link. I think I should have it. San Gorgonio, yeah. Okay, let's see if that worked. Yep, there it is. I put the link in the chat section, and that takes you to the San Gorgonio Chapter YouTube channel. Okay, so tonight's topic is the San Gorgonio Chapter Outings program. And I do have a slideshow. I was not scheduled to give this talk. It was supposed to be given by Karla Kellems, who is here, I think. No, is that? No, that's not her. She had oral surgery this morning, so she wasn't able to talk. And so I have her slideshow, plus I added a few other things to it, and I will do the presentation. So I'm going to start the slideshow. I'm going to share screen and hit play. There we go. So the title of the talk is Become a Sierra Club Outings Leader. And I want to do some background first. Sierra Club was founded in 1892 by a group of Californians, including John Muir, who valued the state's wilderness areas. John Muir was the club's first president, an office he held until his death in 1914. Sierra Club's motto is explore, enjoy, protect. And since we're talking about the outings program tonight, that really encompasses the first two items of our motto. The outings, explore and enjoy. And then the protect part is the environmental advocacy that Sierra Club does to try to keep the wilderness areas protected so we can continue to explore and enjoy the outdoors. And all the Sierra Club hikes are free and open to the public. So why in the world would you want to be a Sierra Club outings leader? Well, actually, there's lots of reasons. I know for me, when I retired, I was really excited to be able to do a lot of hiking. And I had been doing a lot of hiking by myself, but my wife said she didn't want me to hike by myself. So I started going on Sierra Club outings. And so that became a good way to get outdoors and hike. And once I started doing that and the other people in Sierra Club learned that I had a lot of hiking experience, then they asked me to become an outings leader. And one of the big attractions for me is that I get to choose the hikes I want to do. And then I have people sign up to go on those hikes with me. So um, I get to decide what days and what time that starts. And so it's a kind of a nice built-in um, group of people that can hike with me when I'm the outings leader. And so the first item here, plan your adventure. It's kind of nice to have that ability to organize the hikes that I want to do. And as a outings leader, you can do that. You, of course, will develop leadership skills if you become an outings leader, and you'll be engaging the community. And one of the really nice side effects of being an outings leader is I've made lots and lots of friends on Sierra Club outings. And so that's become one of my main social communities is the hikers that go hiking with me on my outings. And of course, fitness and health, um, it's harder for most people, and certainly for me, to get out and get exercise by myself. But if there's somebody else going with me, it makes it a whole lot more fun. And I get more regular exercise, which of course is important for health, and especially for someone like me who's retired. Got to keep moving if I want to stay healthy. And then the next one is you get outdoors. Well, that's certainly true, particularly if you do the hikes. There are other kinds of outings which I'll get to later. And you can do education and advocate for environmental issues on your hikes as well. And the San Gorgonio chapter has team retreats for outings leaders. So there's a kind of a community of leaders that get together and share ideas, and that's fun too. And liability coverage. So as a leader, as long as you follow the club guidelines, you are protected from liability if somebody gets injured on your hikes. So that actually wasn't a big concern of mine, but it might be a concern of some people. Okay, so who can you become? Well, that who can become an outings leader? That wasn't written well. So you have to be a member of the Sierra Club. You have to be at least 18 years of age. Recommended that you attend at least one Sierra Club outing, but we've had people become outings leaders that had never attended a Sierra Club outing. It just makes it easier if you have kind of an idea of how outings go. So it's a good idea if you're thinking about becoming an outings leader, go on some Sierra Club hikes. These two pictures were taken on the field exercise, 2 different years. Um, and it was a map and compass field exercise where you had to find this water tank that was on the map and get there cross country with no trails. What are the requirements to become an outings leader? Well, you have to have first aid certification. It has to be renewed every 2 years. You have to complete an online outings leader training. You have to complete 1 day of in-person basic leadership training course, the LTC. And if you do that and then lead 2 provisional outings where you're supervised by an experienced outings leader and do well, then you are certified to become a level 1 outings leader. Now, we didn't used to, but now we have 2 different levels of certification. Level 1 is for front country hikes and events where you're not out in the wilderness. And so you can lead hikes level one in urban areas and on trails and foothill areas. But if you're going up to peaks, you have to do one more thing. You have to complete a map and compass field exercise, because if you're hiking in the wilderness, even if you stay on the trail and may never need map and compass skills, you have to be ready for an emergency. And if you hike to a peak like in the Cucamonga Wilderness, and while you're there, there's an earthquake and the trail is destroyed, or if there's a fire that breaks out and the way you came up is not possible to go back down, you really need to have the map and compass skills for those kinds of emergencies. So for leading hikes into the wilderness, you must take the map and compass field exercise. But if you're not going to do that, if you're just doing short hikes in the foothills, always on trails, or urban hikes and events, then you don't need to do that second day of map and compass field exercise. So what kinds of outings do outings leaders lead? Well, easy, moderate, and difficult. The difficult ones are the peaks. And I've just given two examples of patch programs that we have in our chapter. The Big Bear group has a Peaks of Big Bear patch. If you do, I believe there's 5 peaks. Let's see, Gold Mountain, Sugarloaf, Bertha, Gray's Peak, and Delmar Mountain. Yeah, 5 peaks around surrounding Big Bear Lake. You get this patch, and there's a picture of the patch. If you do the 7 peaks of the Cucamonga Wilderness, you get a patch for that as well. So included are peaks from those 2 areas. And you can put your patch on your backpack, and it's kind of nice if you like to have a goal to work towards. Those are good. And there is another patch program that has to do with doing different sections of the Pacific Crest Trail. I did not have a copy of that patch to show you. What kinds of outings do San Gorgonio outings leaders lead? Well, there also, besides hikes up in the mountains, there are fitness and health hikes. So there's a Mount Rubidoux fitness walk, which is a shorter, not real strenuous, but good exercise to get out and do. And I believe that is led by Julianne Anderson twice a month. And the Mobility Meander, Arrowhead Ridge, Lake Arrowhead, Karla Kellems, and people from the Mountains group lead that. And I believe that's the one picture on the lower left. And then the Gale Mountain in the Claremont Wilderness Park is one that I do. Actually, in the winter, I do that at least twice a month. And there's a picture on the right of that. It's a beautiful trail just in the foothills above Claremont. Not real strenuous, and 4.5 mile hike, and great views in the winter, especially when there's snow in the mountains. What kinds of outings do San Gorgonio outings leaders lead? Well, there's community outings. So 2 examples given are the Green Valley Lake Artisan Fair and a train ride to San Juan Capistrano Historical District, which Christina Torres has led before. And another category of outings is car camps. So that can be lots of different places. This last summer, Julianne Anderson did a car camp to the Bristlecone Pine area, did a car camp to Rock Creek in the Sierras, and did a car camp to Joshua Tree. So the car camps typically have some hikes associated with them, but it's mostly just to get outside and in beautiful places and enjoy yourself. What kinds of outing? Oh, let me go back here. So inherent in the car camps is you're spending the night, you're camping. It's not it's usually at least one night and maybe 2 or 3 nights, and you may do several hikes. Or in the case of the Rock Creek trip, one group went hiking and the other half went sightseeing in the Sierras. So um, lots of different things you can do. And you also can have outings that are educational and advocate for protecting our environment. So we have already tentatively picked out dates for our spring leadership training course in 2025. The facilities have not been reserved yet, so I say tentative, but we're shooting for Saturday, April 12th at the San Bernardino County Museum in Redlands for the first day training, which is required of all outings leaders and, of course, is sufficient for the level one outings leader certification. And then first aid and CPR plus a bit of navigation lectures on Saturday, May 3rd at Clair Ski Hut up in the San Bernardino Mountains, and field navigation Sunday, May 4th at Clair Ski Hut. And that one, the field navigation, is not required if you just want a level one certification. But if you want the level two certification where you are going to be hiking into the wilderness or doing peaks in the mountains, high peaks, then you would need to do that field navigation training as well. And here on the screen here is the web address for San Gorgonio chapter. And you go there and you can see what outings are listed. You can join as a hiker. And then our co-chairs, our outing co-chairs are Julianne Anderson and Dave Melton. And both their email addresses and phone numbers are listed there. And that is, I'm going to stop the share here, I think. I'm going to look at the chat and see. Oops, I closed it. So are there any questions? You can, I don't see anything in the chat section, but at this point, since I finished the slideshow, it was fairly short, but you may have some questions and you can unmute yourself and just ask, and feel free to do that. No questions at all. My goodness. We really, really are trying to make our outings program grow, and we need more outings leaders to do that. So we're hoping to get some more people to sign up for the training. And you know, I got trained in 2011, and it was one of the best things I ever did. I love being an outings leader. I love the people I've met on Sierra Club hikes, and it's one of the ways that we can recruit new people into the Sierra Club. It's free and open to the public. You don't have to be a member to go on a Sierra Club outing. But if you're enjoying yourself and like the people, then, you know, most people will join. And that's one way to increase our membership, which, you know, is very important. You know, the third part of our motto is protect. And all of us are going to have to work diligently to protect our beautiful places in this country, because I think there's going to be lots of need for advocacy for the environment. Any questions? Okay. Dave, do you have anything to say? You're co-chair.
I joined a little bit late. Everything you said seems spot on to me. I don't have anything to add right at this point.
Okay.
I was just reading an article that the Biden administration is trying to get the 7 states that border the Colorado River to come to an agreement as to how to share the water before Trump shows up.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of things that should be done. And our chapter, by the way, is advocating for the Biden administration to declare some more national monuments out in the desert. The Chuckwalla National Monument, the proposed Chuckwalla National Monument, and there's another one, the name escapes me. We have a Sierra Club staff person that's actually we have two staff persons, one on Chuckwalla and one on the other one, that are working on getting public support, in the local setting from, local people that live close to there to show that there is some need and support for protecting those lands, because that's what the national monuments do. It protects lands, and there's a lot of Native American sites in both of those areas, and as well as a need to protect the wildlife there and provide a wildlife corridor for the desert animals. So yeah, there's a lot that hopefully can be done in the next couple of months before the Biden administration leaves. Any other comments or questions? I see Julianne just joined us, I think. Oh, there she is. You're muted, Julianne. So
Hello, hello.
the presentation went faster than even I thought.
Wow. Well, hi everyone. I'm hot off the freeway. And John, kudos to you. Thank you for filling in for Paula or Karla.
Carla.
And sorry. And because she had a medical issue. Well, good. How's everybody doing? Good.
Thumbs
Yay.
up.
Excellent. Did you talk at all about next month's
No,
trail talk?
I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's going to be intriguing. A friend of mine who is a retired city councilwoman from Riverside, Erin Edwards, is now the head of the city's Blue Zones project. And Riverside is attempting to become a blue zone, much like the city of Loma Linda, which is known for having very long-lived people based on uh, diet, exercise, and community. And they're trying to establish these principles in Riverside too. And I thought it would be an opportunity for the Sierra Club to partner with the Riverside Blue Zones project. So, uh, former council member Edwards will be speaking. I guess it'll be on the 18th of December.
Okay.
And she's going to be outlining what the program is and how we can help. So that means basically doing what we do, which is doing outings, nearby nature walks, things that we can involve people in Riverside and the surrounding area in, so that people can get out and enjoy nature, get exercise, and find community.
So
So
do we
it's just kind of an interesting project that they've launched.
do we have a January topic yet?
We do. I'm gonna handle it. It's gonna be called Sequoia After the Fire. It's about Sequoia National Park. We did a car camp there in July. And as you know, the KP Complex fire was 3 years ago. And it had severe impacts on the park, and yet the park uh has come through in some ways. It's you'll go along the General Sherman Highway, and it will be devastated and very burnt, and then you'll come around the corner, and this last July it was incredibly verdant. So I just wanted to give you a briefing. I'm hoping that we can do a car camp within the park proper. Our car camp was in the National Forest in a beautiful campground, but it was a bit removed and it was a tad primitive. Dorst Creek, which is my favorite campground in the Sierras, actually, in terms of car camping, um, is set to reopen this year. So we'll see if they do. It's just a lush, gorgeous campground with big group sites. So, and it also has the benefit of flush toilets and things like that. So it's a little bit more comfortable. Um, but that's going to be January. And February, I'm hoping it's going to be um, how to establish a wilderness basics program for the public. And I'm hoping to get either the Angeles chapter or the San Diego chapter chairs. Both chapters run a wilderness basics program. So that's what I'm hoping for in February, but haven't quite gotten that put together.
So if you need a fill in it at some point, there's one topic that I haven't talked about that I have some beautiful pictures of, and that is hiking down into the Grand Canyon from the South Rim and spending time at Phantom Ranch, and
That
then
would be fabulous, John.
and then day hiking down at the bottom of Grand Canyon from Phantom Ranch.
Well, let's definitely talk about that for February or March because, ta-da, I'm hoping to offer a car camp to the Grand Canyon this coming year.
Uh-huh.
So we're not going down to Phantom Ranch. It would be at the South Rim in the classic campgrounds there on the South Rim. But um, that would be lovely to get people kind of thinking about Phantom because that's quite the little trip.
Well, and you just hiking halfway down is a good hike if
Yeah.
down and back. Um, and the look at the halfway point there is a like a peninsula out and a lookout and you're looking straight down at the Colorado River and it's just spectacular.
I think I did. Is that Bright Angel? Is that Bright Angel Trail?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I did that years ago. It is beautiful. Wow. And I remember that. And oh my goodness, Strange Tales of Grand Canyon. I remember a man and his two children, and he had flip-flops and maybe one meager little bottle of water. And it was summer and he was heading down. And I was like, holy smoke. In his flip-flops with this one meager bottle of water with his two kids. It's like, oh boy.
Well,
So
when I did Phantom Ranch with a group of friends,
yeah,
we did it in November,
yeah.
mid-November, and the temperature difference between the rim and the bottom is huge because you descend quite a ways. And we got rained on
Oh
uh,
wow.
down, well, just after we checked into our cabins, it started raining, and then our day hike had a little bit of rain on and off. And then on the hike out back up, it started raining, but about a mile before the top, the rain turned to snow.
Oh wow.
And when I got to my car in the parking lot, it had 4 inches of snow on it.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So for all that
I,
are
I, I once did that, and when you get to the bottom and you can walk out to the rim to look down.
Yeah.
It got just past that there's like an oasis or something, and these two guys came past. This is in August, and they didn't have shirts on. They both looked like lobsters,
oh
and I'm
no.
just wondering what I have no idea whatever happened to them, but
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
you know,
Oh
people do that and don't know what they're doing.
Yes,
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Um, let me take a quick poll of those who are present. For those of you that have been to the Grand Canyon or camped there, what's your preference? Do you prefer like late spring, early summer camping or late summer, early fall camping?
If you
Dave, what
take
do
the
you,
word summer out, I'll be fine.
I would think like May, June, or September, October.
Oh, not June. I mean, it's way too hot then. In
Yes.
Well,
September
It's
is
only
also
hot at the
still too hot.
bottom. At the top, it's actually really cool because, you know, Flagstaff is, you
5,000
know,
feet.
but five,
Yeah. So
six.
we would be on the south rim in the campgrounds there, which is like what, 4,000 feet, 5,000
Oh,
feet.
Probably
you're
close
not talking about going
by.
down.
No, mm-mm. I'm
Okay, because
talking
I was
about
going to say,
car camping, car camp.
if it's May through September or so, it's way too hot as you go down.
Yeah.
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 But any preference between a spring car camp on the south rim versus a fall, a late summer, early fall car camp? What do you guys think?
I think October would be okay in the fall. The spring is hard to tell. Maybe May.
Okay, see what I can do.
When you say car camp, are you talking about bringing a tent and
Yes.
setting it up, or are
Yes.
you talking
Yep.
about sleeping in your car?
No, tenting. You know, classic. Go to the campground. You know, we'll have reservations. Bring your stove. Bring your ice box. Bring your tent.
Well, some
Yep,
people
great,
sleep in
thank
their
you.
car.
So some people sleep in their cars. Yeah, we've had that.
Yeah, Lisa did.
Yeah, yeah. Christina did. Sure, slept in her Subaru. But okay, I will look and see what's available for either May or October. Dave, do you have any preferences? Have you car camped at the Grand Canyon?
I have not car camped there, but I think May sounds good. Probably
Yeah,
feels a little fresher in the spring.
yeah, maybe so. Okay, let me look and see what we can do. But we're starting to think camping thoughts for 2025. John, I think that would be a wonderful presentation. We'll talk about either February or March. Let me talk with these people from Angeles and San Diego,
Okay.
see if we can shoehorn them in. But I'd love to hear about Phantom Ranch because I've never gone down there. I hear it's very nice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like the High Sierra camps in Yosemite and Sequoia, only it's down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Great
Right.
food. You know, they feed you breakfast and dinner and the cabins, the bunk beds. You get to there's two levels,
Yeah.
and you fight over who gets the top and who gets the bottom.
You have enough energy to fight over the bed. Well, listen, you guys. Thanks for listening to me talk about these thoughts. But John, and kudos to John for his presentation. You know, to fill in for Karla. So thank you.
You want me to show you the slide?
No, later on.
Okay.
Later on.
Okay.
But is there anything else, Dave? Do you have anything else to add?
Do we
Thoughts?
want to mention the leader retreat on December 7th at Keller?
Sure. Yes. For those that want to attend, and for those of you that are outing leaders, we are having our winter outing leader retreat just for the day, weather permitting, at Keller, because I think they're starting to have snow thoughts up there.
Yep.
But it'll be on Saturday, December 7th. We're going to start with a hike, and then it's on the website. And then we're going to have potluck lunch, and then just brainstorming about what we want to do this coming year. We're going to have our annual leadership training course, the LTC, in May and June.
April and May.
April and May, I'm sorry. And then see what we can map out in terms of perhaps a wilderness basics course in later part of the year if we want to do that, and then how we want to handle our hikes and streamlining our process for that. So and our outings in general. Dave, anything to add?
I think that covers it.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Question?
Yeah, I was just curious. So, to become an outings leader, you have to go on at least 5 level O hikes, and I am having difficulty finding 5.
No, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
We in the slideshow I just did, we asked.
I'm sorry I was late. I
Yeah,
apologize.
so in the San Gorgonio chapter, it's different than Angeles. Do you live in LA County or where do you live?
In Riverside County, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're San Gorgonio chapter. Yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, in the past, we've had people become outings leaders that had never been on a Sierra Club hike, which is not a good idea. We ask that you at least go on one hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went on a few with you on the PCT many years ago. Um, but
Yeah.
weren't
So
you doing weren't you doing pieces of the
not me,
PCT
not
section
me.
two? Who was that? Sorry.
Ed Caliendo was doing those hikes. Yeah. Yeah. He did a lot of that. And Dave Melton's done some too, I think, sections
Yeah,
of,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Peter also.
So
But
are you thinking of, your name is Mallory?
Yeah, hi, Mallory. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you interested?
Yeah, trying to squeeze in more backpacking. Just thinking
Yeah.
that there's
Well, um, just let me clear up something here. So I want to show you the slide. Um, so we're having these are tentative dates, but April 12th, Saturday, April 12th, is the level one training, which is similar to level O in Angela's chapter. And then on May 3rd and 4th, we're having the first aid and CPR on May 3rd. And then the field navigation, if you want to do level two, which means that you want to hike in the backcountry in the wilderness and maybe do peaks. The level one is just for urban hikes and hikes in the foothills in the front country. And the requirements are here. First aid certification, which if you can make that May first aid class, that'll take care of it. And then you have to complete 8 modules of an online outings leader training program. And you have to complete a 1 day in-person basic training and lead 2 provisional outings where you're supervised by an experienced outings leader. And then if you want the level 2, you have to complete the map and compass field exercise, which is on that May weekend on a Sunday. The first day's on Saturday, the 3rd, and the map and compass is May 4th. So that kind of covers what you
th
missed.
thanks for reviewing it. All
yeah,
right, sounds good. All
Mallory,
right.
it's really kind of a nice training. I mean, you spend a few hours doing the Sierra Club online training, which is a really good comprehensive review, and then we want you to train with us for a day. So spend a Saturday with us, and we're this year again we're doing it at the San Bernardino County Museum, which is nice and it's easy to get to, and regardless of the weather in April. Um, and then the first aid is excellent. We typically have a heart association person do it. And that's just great to have, for your life, Um, and then if you want to do the backcountry training, which we recommend and we love, then more navigation and field exercises and scenarios. So it's just a lot of fun and it's great.
Yeah.
So come on down, check it out. We'll have it up sooner rather than later on the website. But we'd love to have you join us.
Thank you.
More the
Sounds
merrier.
good.
So
Yeah.
it'll be
And
good.
we will try to get more outings posted. I know there hasn't been a whole lot of outings posted lately. All of us have been busy with other things, but we'll be doing a lot of hikes in the winter,
Yeah.
low elevation hikes and Joshua Tree hikes, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
on we go.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in backpacking, we have we have an avenue for that where you can be certified to lead backpacks too.
Hmm.
Yes. And uh, Connie Burleson and Denise Allen are are leading our backpacks and have begun that. And Dave Melton, of course, is national certified and has led national backpacks. So we've got the folk. So and Rachel Wilkin just did part of the John Muir Trail, which was fun to see her take on that. So yeah, let us know if you want to do that with us, and if you even want to certify as an outings leader for that. That would be splendid.
All right. May. I'll put those in the calendar.
Yes, do.
April and May. All right.
Patty, Gina, are you still with us? Not sure. But okay, everybody.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
just-
Gina just unmuted.
I'm
Okay.
just eavesdropping. I'm just listening in. So thank you. What a wonderful program. I appreciate it.
Well, John is fabulous and knows the complete ins and outs of our outings program. So it's great to have him do that. And winter's coming, but that doesn't mean there's nothing going on. This is a wonderful area, as you guys well know, to hike in the winter. We have so many options for the center of the Inland Empire here, nearby nature in Riverside, San Bernardino, Redlands, Ontario, Chino, and then the desert areas are just gorgeous, as well as the coast. So we can, in past years we've done trips all over in the winter, so we can do a lot of different things from here. In any case,
Sounds great.
I can just go on and on. John, is there anything else you want to add?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for coming, and do please sign up for Erin Edwards' talk. She's very excited to talk to the Sierra Club. I think she's trying to do her community outreach, which I think is very important for us to work with members of the community who are trying to do great things like this. And it's kind of ready-made for the Sierra Club. So
You're talking about next month's Trail Talk?
exactly.
I need the description so I can post it. It's not posted yet.
I will get that for you. And that's the third, as always, the third Wednesday of the month. So that'll be December 18th, right before the holidays at the end of the year. And hope to see you guys there so we can learn about what City Riverside's doing.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Good night,
Yeah,
all.
thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.